What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the recent stimulus updates, as well as we are going to dive into stocks. Now, many people have been asking over the past few weeks how I make the bulk of my income, so I want to address that in today's video as well. But in a few minutes after I give you the stimulus update, I want to address stocks and how you could potentially be making a bunch of money in the stock market by doing one simple thing. And it's exactly what I'm doing. So I'll address that in just a few minutes. But first, let's talk about the stimulus update. Let's talk about what's going on in the state of stimulus. Right now, there's been a lot of speculation surrounding stimulus to the American people. Some of the questions are, will we get a second stimulus check? Will another round of federal unemployment be coming? What about all of us on Social Security? This hasn't really been answered lately. And when will the American people be a priority to Congress? These are just some of the questions many of you are asking. These are also some of the questions I see so often reading other people's articles down in the comments or watching other people's YouTube videos. These are the same questions being answered or asked over and over again. So let's address those questions and let me give you an answer. This is the most recent update. So here's where we are. Will we get a second stimulus check? Right now, the way it looks is no, we will not get a second stimulus check before the election, which is in about 27 days. I say this because, yes, President Trump did post a tweet saying, if you send me a bill with a second stimulus check, $1,200, I will sign it. We have the money, right? He directly called out Nancy Pelosi. Well, here's the problem. Nancy Pelosi is not in favor of standalone bills that gives money to the American people. And it's not because she doesn't want the American people to have money. It's because it would actually help out President Trump in his re-election campaign. Also, by giving direct payments, stimulus checks to the American people, what Nancy Pelosi is effectively doing is minimizing her leverage to go and get that additional funding for state and local governments. Right now, the priority for Nancy Pelosi seems to be on state and local governments. The priority for President Trump is on stimulus checks and unemployment. And that is only because, yes, maybe we deserve it. Maybe he really wants to give the American people, hundreds of billions of dollars. But the real reason is because stimulus checks and unemployment are good for the upcoming election. So, President Trump, he's playing a political game. Nancy Pelosi, I don't really know what game she's playing. She's just trying to get money to the state and local governments of her choosing, which is not what Republicans are about. And they're not going to support any bill that gives that much funding to a poorly run state. And that's exactly what she's trying to do. So, will we get a second stimulus check? Yes, I honestly believe we will. However, if it doesn't happen by executive order by President Trump before the election, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening before the election through a standalone bill. I just don't. I do see it happening after. If President Trump wins, I see Nancy Pelosi agreeing to a second stimulus check soon after the election. And that's only if President Trump wins and Joe Biden doesn't try to contest the win. So we'll see what happens there. But if Joe Biden is to win this upcoming election, I can see we will not get a stimulus check anytime after the election before the end of January. It will happen once Joe Biden is sworn in at the very end of January. I think it's like January 20th or something like that. So, will we get a second stimulus check? I firmly believe we do. I think we're about 99%. Yes, we will get a second stimulus check. The problem is it might not happen soon enough. So, we'll see what happens there, but I will continue to keep you updated. Will another round of federal unemployment be coming? Yes, there's still a good chance we see more unemployment. However, as of right now, the only option seems to be either executive order or a standalone bill. Most are anticipating a standalone bill will go through. Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin will most likely agree to this. but there needs to be some type of wiggle room. There needs to be some type of compromise. Right now, we don't know. Would it be for $400 per week or for $600 per week? We just don't know. But chances are there will be another round of federal unemployment. When does it come? I don't know. How much is it going to be? Again, we just don't know. What about all of us on Social Security? Now, when I say all of us, that was what the question is. I'm not on Social Security, obviously, but what about everybody on Social Security right now? The only thing that's really being talked about is Social Security will get a slight bump, ever so slight. It's going to be very minimal. It's not going to affect many people. So outside of that, the only thing that people on Social Security would get is a possible second stimulus check. And again, that goes back to, will it be a standalone bill? Will we have to wait till after the election? Will President Trump try, and we don't know the legalities of it, will he try and do some type of executive order? We just don't know at this point. But I support any additional funding for people on Social Security. Most people are on a fixed income, and it's a very small fixed income. So any additional funding for those that can actually help out, I think it's needed. I think it's very important right now. When will the American people be a priority to Congress? This is a very simple answer. After the election. That's it. Right now, the American people are not the priority. The priority right now is the election. And we knew that for months, that coming up, as we get closer and closer to the election, it's going to be almost impossible to get some type of stimulus package deal done and agreed upon. And it's shown. It's very easy to tell. Nancy Pelosi is all about the upcoming election. President Trump, all about the upcoming election. Everybody in Congress, they're all about the upcoming election. That's the reason why most people in Congress, most people in the House of Representatives and the Senate, well, the Senate has their other issues, but the House of Representatives, they're all back in their home districts. Because why stay in Washington? They want to be back in their home districts, trying to drum up a little bit of more support for their campaign so that people will vote for them this coming election. So we can see where their priority is right now. In the Senate, well, they're doing the same thing, but then right now they're kind of stuck because they have multiple people that tested positive for COVID. So as of right now, the Senate is a little bit on hold. However, Mitch McConnell is planning on going forward with the Supreme Court Justice nominee. Right now, Congress is a mess. The White House has a lot going on. COVID is spreading like wildfire, and still the American people are left with nothing but empty promises. Now, here's what I recommend to anybody that is left without a job, needs additional income, or somebody just looking for a way to control their own income and their own destiny. What I recommend you do is you start an online business. And I say this because it's one of the easiest ways to make money. This is exactly how I make over 90% of my income. It's through online businesses. And I've been doing this for over 14 years. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel wondering, why am I promoting online business? Shouldn't I be promoting real estate and stocks and all this other stuff? The reason I promote online business is because that's where I got started back in 2006. And that's where I make the bulk of my income. I started in 2006 and never looked back. Now, if you're wondering how I make the bulk of my income, it's actually pretty simple. I have over 30 YouTube channels. This is only one of them. I also sell products on eBay and Amazon. I sell online courses. I run a portfolio of niche websites. And I still find time to trade stocks daily. I am very busy. That is one of the reasons why my channel is called The Homemade Entrepreneur. I do everything. I am not just a stock trader. I'm not just an investor. I'm not just an online business expert or guru or whatever you want to call it. Some of us, I do it all. And I do it because I absolutely love it. So if you have ever wanted to start your own thing, you don't know what that thing is, but you wanted to start something. You wanted to have a little bit of financial independence. You wanted to make money on your own time. Then now is the time to do so. And there's no better business to start right now than an online business. Many businesses are sending their employees home, saying work from home. We don't want you in our office. We don't want you at our headquarters. Work from home. That is what this world is transitioning to. I started working from home back in 2006. And again, I've never looked back. Now, Below, I'm going to give you a discount code to one of my courses. It's called Thrift Store Profits. Inside Thrift Store Profits, I show you over 67 profitable items you can go out and buy at your local thrift stores like a Goodwill, Salvation Army, Savers, Value Village, whatever, your local thrift stores. You buy an item for, let's say, $2 to $5, and you can easily sell it for $50 to $100 online for some place like eBay or even Amazon. And you can make a killing doing this. I make a full-time income selling items on eBay and Amazon alone. And you can do the exact same thing. So I'm going to give you a discount code down in the description box below. You can go and check it out, and you don't even have to pay full price for this course. So make sure you go and check it out. Now, for stocks. Many people ask me, how do I trade stocks? What do I do? What do I look for? Well, this is what I do. Because so many people right now are afraid to invest in the stock market because they feel they're going to lose all their money. That could happen, but it's very unlikely. Here's what I tell people that are new to trading stocks. First off, you need to only invest money that you can afford to lose. If you invest $1,000 and you need every single penny of that $1,000 to pay your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, or other bills, then you're not ready to invest in the stock market. But there's another option. You can use one of the links down in the description box below. The first link is going to be for a trading platform called Robinhood. On Robinhood, you can get a free stock. If you use that link down in the description box below, you can get one free stock up to $250 in value just by signing up. Then after a few days, you can trade that stock, you can cash out the money, and you can start trading with that free stock's value. That's one of the easiest things to do. The other thing, there's going to be another link down in the description box below to Webull. If you just deposit $100, Webull will give you 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 a piece. And again, you can trade those stocks after they clear your account. You can take that money out and you can start trading with Webull's money. So that's another great thing. So here's what I'm doing right now that is really paying off in the short term. And when I say really paying off, I make about 5% off every single trade that I do. So if I invest $100, I'll make $5 profit. Okay, it's very simple, and I do this every single day. Now, I'm not saying every single day I make at least 5%. Some days I make more, some days I make less, some days I even lose money. But in the end, in the long term, I'm making over 5% on my portfolio. So right now, here's what I'm doing. Currently, the stock market is heavily inflated. A lot of stuff is overpriced. It's crazy. The reasons why stocks are going up and down is usually just because of the news. So what I do is I wait for days where we have a down day. We have breaking news and people decide to quickly start selling their stocks. When they do that, what I do is I decide to buy heavy. So for instance, just yesterday, after President Trump said that stimulus negotiations are off, I'm instructing my negotiators to stop negotiating and we will deal with this after the election. Well, when that happened, guess what? Every single stock that was green, tanked. What did I do? I didn't sell. I decided to buy more. So, just one investment that I did yesterday, I purchased 30 shares of Boeing at $159.80, but I didn't sell them yet because as of right now, as I'm making this video, currently if I sold them, I'd make $4.45 on each share. End up purchasing 30 shares for roughly $4,800, and so if I sold it right now, all 30 shares, I'd make about $135. That's not my 5%. So I'm going to hold on these for another few days, see what happens, and then I will sell either sometime at the end of this week, possibly even next week. Again, my goal is always to make 5%. That's it. And if I continue to make 5%, let's say every single week, you start with $5 or $100 today, and you make 5% this week, you'll have $105 going into next week. And then you have your $105 next week, and then you add another 5%. So that's another $5 and whatever, $5.25, something like that. Maybe that could be off, but so you add another $5.25 for next week. So So the following week, you're at $110.25. Well, that's great. You just keep growing it. And if you do that by 5% every single week, it really pays off at the end. And again, that's only with $100. Let's say you have $1,000, $10,000, or $100,000 you're willing to invest. So what you're going to notice moving forward is every little bit of news. President Trump, he posts a tweet. Stimulus talks are good or stimulus talks are bad. New companies are laying off employees or they're hiring new employees, which hasn't really happened yet, but it could. We also got earnings reports. Companies will either make the stock soar or you'll see a quick little dive. But again, as I stated, many of these companies, many of these stocks are overvalued. They're overinflated. People are trading them because, well, what else can they do? They're sitting at home. They're doing nothing. You have all these just novice traders, beginners, that are trading stocks that they don't know much about. They don't really have a strategy. They just see, oh, Tesla's doing good. I heard my buddy talk about Tesla. I'm going to buy it. Well, that's one strategy. It's not the best, but it's a strategy. And this is the problem. Many people go into the stock market without any strategy. Buy something, stick to your strategy, stick to your rules, stick to your guns, and you can make some money. So again, only invest in the stock market if you can afford to lose the money you are investing. If you can't afford to lose that money, do not invest in the stock market. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Again, go and sign up for Robinhood. They'll give you 1 free stock. Go and sign up for Webull and deposit $100, and they'll give you 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 a piece. So again, if you have any questions, whether it's on stimulus, on how to make money online, you got a question on my Thrift Store Profits course, let me know. You can always ask your questions down in the comment section below. Again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed today's video and you want more information on how I trade stocks or how I run several online businesses, do me a favor, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe so I can keep you updated, and I'll see you guys on the next one.